Today we're happy to be chatting with the new host of Jersey Shore After Dark, Amy Paffrath. How's it going, Amy?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Very good. First off, you have to tell us how you got this awesome opportunity to host this special.
Oh my gosh, it came about in kind of the most random way possible. I have a friend that knew that I was a host and actually helped me out with a reel like 4.5 years ago. He happens to work with the Jersey Shore, and they were looking for a new host, and he just threw my name out there. And I got a meeting through that. The executive producer contacted my agent, and it went from there. We met, and she loved me, and the rest was history. I was off to Seaside Heights.
Very cool opportunity. And then what was your first impression when meeting the cast of Jersey Shore?
Oh my gosh, it was an amazing opportunity. My first impression was, wow, they are exactly what I expected them to be like. It was really refreshing. Like, what you see is what you get with every single one of them. So it was exciting. I mean, Snoopy's like totally cute and like engaging, and she's a cool girl. I mean, she'll be totally kind to you. Everybody's very kind. They're funny. They have a great rapport with one another, and they're always, I think they're happy to invite other people in to hang out with them. They really are like easy to get along with. It's funny because you see the show and they get in so many fights, but you don't really get that in person. It's more people instigating them. They fight amongst themselves, don't get me wrong, but they were great. They were really nice people.
Well, that's really good to hear, because I think a lot of people are like, oh, they're pretty standoffish, you know, kind of in their own world, but I guess not, which is really refreshing to hear. That's good.
Yeah, I was definitely pleasantly surprised.
And then did you find it intimidating or even hard at times to ask them certain questions that they might not want to confront?
Yeah, there were a couple things that I had to kind of keep pressing with because, you know, these are kind of personal topics, and just because they did it on national TV doesn't mean that it's necessarily easy to talk about making what could have been a mistake or embarrassing yourself a little bit. I mean, for the most part, they definitely own up to their behavior, and they're not really embarrassed. They don't really have that filter that says, like, you should feel bad about this. They're just like, oh, well, move on, time for the next thing. But it was really interesting. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it wasn't always the most pleasant of questions, but I think they handled it well, and they seemed to be game for pretty much anything I threw their way.
Do you think a lot of the fans are going to be excited to see the special?
I think the fans are going to be really excited to see the special because, as you'll see this season, some things pop up that are pretty intense, and you know, a lot of their nights out have to do with alcohol being involved, and like sometimes they don't remember these things, so we confront them with like the video proof of, you know, you were acting like this or you were saying this to each other, and they kind of have to just deal with it head on, and you get the inside track of what was going through their minds when it was happening. So it's interesting to see them react to their own behavior sometimes. Wow,
very interesting. And then tell us, how did you initially get started becoming an actress and a TV host? What inspired you?
Oh my gosh, back in high school, I did a show that my high school put on every morning called AM in the AM. And I actually, because our high school was at Aquinas Mercy, and so in the AM in the morning, I started out just producing, doing behind-the-scenes stuff. I actually learned how to edit on like an old-school Mac, so I would make videos for, you know, the morning show and things like that, and then it just kind of grew from there. I had an interest in talking to people. It's always been easy for me to start conversations with anyone, so I thought that would be a good thing to kind of explore, and that's where journalism came from. And I'm from Missouri. I have one of the best journalism schools in the world at my disposal, University of Missouri. So it just seemed like the right fit. And so I just studied journalism from there, moved to LA, and once you get to LA, you just realize it really is the land of opportunity. I mean, you have the best acting teachers here. You have casting directors. It's just everything is at your disposal. If you want it in this city, you can make it happen.
Wow, that's great to hear. And
it's exciting.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite person that you've interviewed so far?
Oh, man. I've interviewed some really fun people. You know, I had a really good time hanging out with Justin Timberlake and Jason Segel. I interviewed them for Bad Teacher. And all of the other reporters were coming out saying, like, oh, man, sometimes they talk over each other and they'll have, like, inside jokes. So it's hard for some reporters to get usable quotes when, you know, they're just riffing with each other. But they were so well behaved for me, and we had a really great time. So I was happy that I got the tame version of them.
Oh, absolutely. And were you nervous in front of Justin Timberlake? Because I know I would be.
You know, I didn't interview. I met Justin Timberlake when I was 17 by sneaking backstage in a concert. So that was sort of my icebreaker when I sat down with him. I was like, we've met before. He's like, oh, really? And I was like, yes, when I was 17. And that kind of got him interested right away and, asked me about when and where. And so it was fun. It was my funny little way of being like, we've met, don't you remember me, kind of thing. Of course he doesn't. I was 17. It was in St. Louis when the height of NSYNC, they were meeting thousands of girls a day. So it was fun. I always try to turn the tables on them.
Right. And how about Hanson? Did you meet them as well?
Oh, my gosh, yes. I'm so glad you brought that up. That was a dream come true for me. I grew up loving Hanson. I have every single album of theirs. I would get, like, the special imported ones from overseas. Whatever they put out, I had. So that was the most unexpected dream come true ever. I mean, I was nervous when they came in the room. My makeup artist was with me. She's like, they're here. And I had to, like, compose myself before I even turned around to look and see that they were there because I knew I was going to have that, like, the insides of me were just like, oh, my gosh, as giddy as a little schoolgirl. It was, I quickly calmed myself, and then it was, totally professional. They were very kind and super cool. I did not tell them about my room being covered head to toe in posters when I was 16. I left that out. But it was a really cool experience that I am forever grateful for.
Oh, absolutely. That's so neat. And then being that you worked at E! Online, did you get the opportunity to work with Ryan Seacrest?
I did not ever work directly with Ryan Seacrest. He did his radio show every morning at like 6 a.m. So when I would be in the makeup chair, he would just be coming in and he would always poke his head in and be like, hello, girls, good morning, and say hello, and always be super cool. But no, I never got to do any shoots with him. I was far down the line to be a co-host, unfortunately, but I would have loved that opportunity. It was cool to always, you never knew who you were going to see in the E! Building. There were always celebrities there. Of course, every host on the show is amazing and so talented, so they're all so much fun to work with.
Absolutely, and I think even just being in the room with Ryan Seacrest is quite an honor.
I agree with you. He would see me at my very earliest hours with no makeup on in the elevator, so Ryan Seacrest does it. The real Amy Paffrath.
And then one of the coolest jobs that I think you got to do was when you went on the New Kids on the Block cruise.
Oh, yeah. Talk about a dream you didn't even know was possible. I think I was in first grade when I had sleeping bags and lunch boxes and a Jordan Knight doll. I was obsessed with them when I was in middle school, in grade school. And, yeah, it was just so surreal to me to be on a boat with them as an adult woman, interviewing them, hanging out with them. It was crazy. It's an experience that I know will never happen again in my life, but was so, I can't even believe that that's called work. I really can't. I was thinking, you're paying me to be here? Like, I should be giving you, like, millions of dollars because this experience was priceless. It was that fun.
Right. How are the fans? Because think about it. There's only 5 guys from the bands and then thousands of fans, all there for them. What was that experience?
All there for them. And they've been doing it, I think, since that year. That was the inaugural year. They've been doing it every year since. So I still keep in touch with a lot of the fans through Twitter, of course, because when I was the only reporter on the boat, of course, they all followed me, and that was great. So I appreciate them all still caring what I do. So it's been fun to be connected with all of their fans. They are really great people and just very supportive of everything that they do, and it's cool to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's so neat. And then tell us about the beauty line that you represent as well.
Oh, yes. There is a wonderful natural beauty line that I am the spokesperson for. It's called Cebu Beauty. And the reason it's called that is because it's powered by a superfruit known as the sea buckthorn berry, which grows high up in the Himalayan mountains. The reason this line is so amazing is because it's sort of an inside-out approach. So it's not just facial creams and cleansers and soap and things like that. It's also ingestibles, which are packed in vitamins and minerals. And one of the most unique capabilities of the sea buckthorn berry is that it's rich in omegas, which are really great for your skin and your hair and your nails. So it's got an elusive omega known as omega-7, which turns out produces collagen, which of course keeps your skin looking super fresh and young and healthy. So it's just been wonderful. I've used it exclusively for almost a year now, and my skin has never looked better. My hair is in great shape. My nails are super strong. It's just really about, like, keeping yourself in tip-top shape, not just about beauty. So that's what I love it.
Yeah, that sounds great. We'll have to try that, and some of our viewers will have to find out about that. That's so neat. And the going natural is definitely the best way, which is great.
I totally agree. It's gentle to the environment. All of the products are, recyclable and made of just the best, purest ingredients. No sulfates, no chemicals, no parabens. just 100% healthy stuff to put on your skin. It's just vitamins for your skin. It's just amazing.
It's great. And then on to fashion tips. What would you say are must-haves this season and essentials regarding this fall's fashion trends?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny that you would even ask that. I think I'm totally behind on fashion trends because I haven't had the time to go shopping in so long. I did just get an amazing pair of Creative Recreation sandals that I love. I think they're sort of an all-year-round type sandal because they're suede, so that kind of gives it a more fall edge to them. But they're strappy and they're super cool. It's almost like a bootie. I'm so excited to wear them. I think I'm going to wear them tonight to an event, so hopefully you'll get to see them. But they're so much fun. I don't know. What is trendy this year? I'm still embracing summer. I don't want to go to fall yet.
I know, me either. We like our gladiators in the summer, and then in the fall we're kind of going for the army boots. So we're going to try that out. So.
Okay. Army boots sound cool. I do have my purple suede boots that I absolutely love, and I pull those out every fall. I'm a big color person, so, whatever's bright and jewel-toned, I think jewel tones are always great for fall because it kind of gives you that nice richness of the seasons changing. But, of course, in LA, we don't have seasons changing, so it's kind of the same all year round.
How do you like picking outfits for the red carpet as well? That must be fun.
I actually really enjoy it. Sometimes it can be stressful because they pop up last minute and I just feel like I don't have anything to wear. But a lot of the times I have, friends and stylists that I've worked with in the past help me out and maybe, grab something that I can borrow and give back because, we go to a lot of events. So it's hard to always keep up and be buying new things. So it's really fun when, people help me out and let me lend and borrow. But I love fashion. I love putting stuff together. It's always fun to sort of match whatever vibe of event I'm going to. So I've always had a passion for that, and I love being able to have access to, really cool clothes. And it's so much fun for me as being such a girly girl.
So much fun, definitely. And then your Twitter is @Amy Paffrath. Would you like to tell us how you like using it?
It sure is. I love Twitter. I was sort of resistant to the whole thing in the beginning just because I didn't understand it, and I was like, what am I going to say in the 140 characters? It just seems so strange. But, of course, I'm all in now, and I'm totally addicted to it, and I love talking to fans. I think it's the coolest tool ever. It really puts you one link away from people that really care about what you're doing, that are all over the world. It's just fun to hear about other people's lives. So I think it's great. I love it.
Do you have a favorite tweet that someone has tweeted you or that you've tweeted?
Oh, my gosh. That's a tough question. I've had lots of fun tweets. Oh, Lord. I like to just talk about random things or kind of reflect on what's going on in the day. I'm starting to do stand-up comedy, so, that's sort of bleeding into my Twitter from time to time. But, yeah, I love every tweet from every fan. I love hearing from people, so it doesn't matter what it says.
Absolutely. And then can you tell us about your new movie, Dumbbells, coming out in 2012?
Yeah, that's a really exciting project that I'm so happy to be part of. It's a film. It's a comedy. It's got such an amazing cast. It's about a gym that decides to be part of a reality TV show. So, of course, it's very relevant to our time today. And you'll just see how, things at the gym change and the relationships change. And what ultimately ends up happening is, it all goes back to normal. And, of course, that wasn't the best for anybody. But I have a small, little memorable part, and I got to do scenes with Andy Milonakis, which was really fun because, I used to watch his show on MTV, so it's crazy how that all comes full circle, and he was a riot and hard to keep up with because he just says most random, hilarious things, so you've just got to be on your A game and let it go when you're in a room with him.
Well, yeah, definitely we're looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to your Jersey Shore special that's going to air, and definitely suggest everyone to tune in.
Absolutely, thank you. I think I'm going to be shooting the reunion special coming up sometime soon. I literally just got an email about that, so you guys are the first to know that, which will be really cool, and I'll keep you posted on when that airs as well.